Master Johnson Field here, and in today's video, we're going to go over how to do the Taekwondo Roundhouse, so stay tuned. Welcome back. So like I was just saying, we're going over how to do the Taekwondo Roundhouse. Now, the Taekwondo Roundhouse is one of the most versatile kicks that you can do in all martial arts. There's so many different angles, different heights, different purposes, lead lag versus the rear lag, spinning versus hopping, stepping up. You got 360, 540, 180, 720, 900, 1080, aerial kick. You got so many different things that you can do with the roundhouse. And the roundhouse goes in with a lot of different kicking combinations, kickboxing combinations. You can use it for sparring, you can use it for self-defense. It's in pretty much every strength and martial art out there. But for Taekwondo, when we do the Taekwondo Roundhouse, we do most of our kicks from one chamber, which is knee straight up the middle. Now, most of our kicks, we have maybe one or two chambers, unlike some other martial arts where they might have different chambers for different kicks. We like to keep our kick pretty simple as far as keeping 1 to 2 chambers so that our opponent have a difficult time trying to figure out what kick is coming at them when they only see that one chamber. So we're definitely going to be working on that. Now, what's the perfect roundhouse, or picture perfect, your bottom foot would turn 180 degrees so that my heel would be facing you. Now, not everybody can have that type of flexibility. I go almost 180, but not quite. But the benefit of turning that foot around, as the word roundhouse, it allows you to open up your hip, it allows you to kick higher, it helps you generate more power because you are utilizing more hip. So let's get right to it. We're going to be practicing today with the rear leg roundhouse. So we're going to have our hands up, and we're going to chamber up. As we chamber up, we're going to start pivoting that foot. We're going to turn the knee over sideways as we're starting to turn. And when we do that, we're going to extend the foot, and we're striking with the top of the foot, we're hitting the top of the foot, we're in the instep. Now, there's 2 different ways to do that. There's hitting on top of the foot, and you're coming at a sideways angle, or sometimes at a 45, depending on your target. Or you can also actually throw that roundhouse up and have it come down slightly. But primarily, the roundhouse in Taekwondo comes at this angle. We tend to hit with the jaw line because it's easy to knock somebody out. So again, off the rear leg, we're going to pivot our bottom foot or standing foot as far around as we can, lifting the knee straight up, and then turning it full extension of the foot. Like so. And then we place the foot down the front. The reason why we place the foot down the front, it allows us to either progress very assertively more toward our opponent or attacker, or it'll also let us retreat much faster. If we get in the habit of throwing a roundhouse and pulling it back, like some other styles do, it does create a little bit of an opening between when I hit you and bring my foot. So that's one reason. Also, kicking and pulling back, that resets me to the same spot. And I don't want to always get reset to the same spot. I want to be able to progress forward or progress backward to draw you in towards me. So let's do a couple on the back. So again, remember, I said roundhouse typically is a headshot, or we go for the jawline. So my roundhouse should be minimum. My goal is trying to roundhouse here. If I can go higher, that's even better. The more often you throw higher roundhouse in practice, that will give you the opportunity to develop more power. It takes more power and control to go higher than it does low. And I'm doing nice control. And I don't want to kick and drop my foot down hard. Every time you drop down hard, that gives you your opponent the opportunity to attack me. So. Again, you know, if I'm kicking on the top of my foot, you'll also see some people hit with the ball of their foot, so they kind of have to pull their toes back, like so. and that's a little more difficult to do. More common is the roundhouse. A lot of people say it's easier on your foot, or you generate more power, or you hit like concrete and wood that way. Yes, you can, but with practice, with the roundhouse, and hits hard surfaces, like myself, I'll practice on hard bags and sometimes cement walls. I'm able to break 2 baseball bats with the top of my foot. So your bones and ligaments and tendons and muscles can get strong enough to be able to do that stuff with years of practice. You can't rush that type of progression. It does take lots of years of conditioning to do it. But like I said, the human body can break 2 baseball bats. I did it back in 2018 at the ISA World Championship, where I got 2nd place against like the best breaker on the planet, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, so again, that's the tutorial on the roundhouse. Let's do that a couple more times. Also with the roundhouse, if I'm here, when I kick, my volume is 180 degrees. Again, I'm going around, hence the word roundhouse. And if you notice, my knee is completely sideways. Now, that's a headshot. Roundhouses in Taekwondo can also be to the wrist, or we tend to call it Pachagi, which is that's more in the 45-degree angle, and it's aimed toward going up to the floating wrist. Pachagi. You know, kind of here on 45 towards the wrist. You can also use a roundhouse in like MMA, kickboxing, or even self-defense to go toward the knee, the upper side, the inner outer side, the shin. You have all kinds of different angles. Now I know I'm pulling my foot back. I told you not to do that. I'm just doing that for repetition, same, trying to get a little more reps without stepping back. But you notice, when you have bags like this, you can literally practice at multiple heights. So you practice your leg shot, your volley shot, your head shot. So that's the tutorial for the basic Taekwondo Roundhouse. Make sure you check out the video in the playlist to your right. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we publish kicking videos and women's self-defense videos on a weekly basis, 3 times a week. Hit the subscribe button, make sure you also hit the like button, and leave a comment below, let us know what you want to see us film next, and we'll see you in the next video.